facing the police every single day.
You guys are a great crowd, I'll tell you that for sure.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Just another quick shout out. He's also a small business owner.
Yes, local.
And
I'm a
Colby.
Manatee County resident. My business is It's All Good Smoke Shop on 26th Street West in Bradenton.
So
And
I
I've been there
recommend
20
you get a
years.
chance to stop by. I haven't done so yet.
Yeah, I
but
was
I
gonna say,
plan to.
you
I plan to do so.
You can
soon.
film
It's a
me.
beautiful shop. It's all A-L-L. Like how many
It's already
L's?
on.
Three L's, right?
Three L's.
All right.
All
Three L's.
All good.
Huh?
So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I do highly recommend you do sign the petition just to get it on the ballot, even if you don't agree. Let the people decide it, and I think it's worthwhile. It's given people more freedom, and it's treating people like adults. So
Yes.
that's why I'm all for it. So
Well, thank
our next speaker is going to be Andy Sheets, correct?
Yep.
Andrew, you go by Andy or Andrew?
I go by Andy Copwatch.
Okay, and
Andy
he's from
Copwatch.
Copwatch in Charlotte County, correct?
Correct.
So I've asked him, he's real active in keeping the police honest down his way.
Correct.
Just
Just a little bit.
Or trying.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yes.
too.
What I've asked him to talk today is a lot of the stuff that he's working on is kind of local down there. So what I have asked him to concentrate on today is kind of how he gets information. You know, what's he doing to get the records and all this kind of stuff that maybe that can translate to us being educated on it so we can use those tools up this way. So with that being said, go ahead and take the floor.
All right, and I hope you don't mind, but you guys are on video too. And in fact, this is my name is Andy. I'm a reporter for Charlotte County Copwatch. I used to have a very large YouTube channel until our local sheriff took it down. 70 million views, 4 million views a month, 60,000 subscribers. Does that mean I was talking about the right stuff or the wrong stuff? The right stuff. So that is what Copwatch does. Is we hold them accountable, just like they hold you guys accountable every single day. And like he said, one of the techniques that I did for that is I actually knew a cop, and you know I'm constitutionalist libertarian, and all the stuff that he was telling me, I'm like, are you freaking serious? All the crap that he's doing to people for victimless crimes, right? One day I told him, I said, what if we investigated you? Oh my, you can't do that. I said, really? And then I found out we don't have Copwatch where I live in Charlotte County. So for 6 years, I've been doing Copwatch, which is holding the police accountable. Just like they hold us accountable every single day, I hold them accountable. And with Florida, we have an awesome thing called the Sunshine Law, which can literally turn me into an investigator against them. So one thing I found is, I don't know if you guys agree or not. These are my opinions. It's freaking indoctrination problem. Cops are good, cops are great. They're keeping us safe. They never do anything wrong. And sorry kids, that's bullshit. They do stuff that's wrong all the time, constantly. Even when they're pulling you over. I met a guy from New York, and I go, yeah, you guys were doing the illegal stop and frisk. He goes, which the Supreme Court slammed down. He goes, well, you're doing it here. I go, what do you mean? He goes, for all this stupid stuff they're pulling you over for on your car. Your taillight was out. I'm going to violate all your rights. I'm going to get the dog, search your car, violate your rights. He doesn't know this. He doesn't live where I do. In Charlotte County, if you have one joint, you go to jail. No ifs, ands, or buts. It is ridiculous. That's a crap load of money. So what I did to start to expose their corruption is like what he was talking about. I do sunshine law investigations. I'm pulling records on what they call internal affairs investigations. It's a lot of people don't know about. You have the right, if you think they did something wrong, you have the right to ask for an internal affairs investigation if you think they did violate your rights. So I get these stories and I expose them on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. And so this is waking people up that, are like, that, I hate to say it, they used to be cop suckers. Don't be mad if I say this, but I'm going to point to one guy right here. When I first met him, not totally, but anyways, okay, I won't point at him. Anyways, he didn't believe at that time that it was really that bad. He knows another guy that I know too. He really didn't know how bad it was too when I told him what I did. And then they knew me for a couple years. They're like, holy shit, this is really bad. And it is. As a quick story, one of the latest stories that we just had come out from Charlotte County, and like I said, I'm trying to shame them into doing the right thing, right? They need to be shamed. In fact, actually, you want to know what? For a lot of us, if it's bad enough, you get shamed by them on their Facebook page. You get shamed by them in the newspaper. You get shamed by them on the press. Oh, he was pulled over. He had some weed and he had a pot pipe. Oh my God. So anyways, it's stupid. So now here's a story here's a real story that's bad. This is the IA that we just pulled out. Charlotte County Sheriff Deputy just got busted for having sex while he was married on duty in his car with a 16-year-old.
Oh my God.
Okay? And they want you to say that, oh, they never did anything wrong. They never do anything wrong. They're good. They're great. So here's the sad part. Guess how many years ago it happened? It took the victim that long to come forward. It unfortunately took 20 years. Okay, but as you know, the Me Too movement is here, right? So this person finally came forward, and of course, well, actually, shockingly, if Copwatch wasn't here, I don't know if we ever would have heard about this story, right? So they did the investigation. They went to the state attorney. It's over the amount of time. They can't do anything. So this is what they did, or this is what he did. He violated the law, okay, in their code of ethics and all that crap. So his attorney said, just hurry up and quit before anything happens. They let him quit. He still got his badge. Is that right? No.
So after 20 years, he was still on the force?
Still on the force. All right? Here's what's even worse. That one that he raped, that girl came to him and said, and told him, my uncle is raping me. Can you help me? And he took advantage of her for that right there. Never helped her, and instead took advantage of her.
Raped her?
It gets worse. It gets worse. He was married at the time, divorced his wife, and married the one he was raping.
Oh my goodness.
They finally got divorced this past year, and it was in the paper today. It was on TV too, and they talked about how, you're going to think it's just because we got divorced. No, it's not. He took advantage of me when I was 16 at a vulnerable time, on duty, in full dress, in the car having sex. Should you know about that?
Yeah.
Correct. Are you glad you know about it now?
Not really.
Well, I know, not really. That's true. I know. But now you know to look out for this guy.
Pervert cop out there.
Yeah. So here's the sad part. He quit. Still got his badge. I asked.
You can get hired in another department instantly.
Thank you. I asked for his picture. I already have people coming forward. I cannot find his picture anywhere online. As you know, with Google and everything, you can usually find a picture, right? Can't find one anywhere. I asked the sheriff. I said, Sheriff, in a sunshine law request, I said, I got people coming forward. They think this is the pervert that was hitting on them years ago, right? They won't give me the picture. Because we might find out there's more victims. So here's another quick story. Northport Police. We found this one. We got lucky on this. I was doing a sunshine law request for IA. Actually, this was a neat one. There's a lady that does a Copwatch in Northport. They beat her son that was autistic. It was really sad. So she became Copwatch there. She told me how sometimes when the case is so bad with internal affairs that they actually send it to FDLE to let them know that, hey, we think we got a psycho here, right? I'm serious. So I got that list that FDLE got, and she didn't even know about this one. They hired a cop. He's ex-military. He's married. He's got kids. They're bragging about him online. He is good. He's awesome. This guy applied to like 3 different departments at one time. Sarasota Police, Sarasota Sheriff, and Northport. Okay, Northport was the first sucker to hire him. Okay, they came to Northport when Sarasota found out. They came to Northport. They said he failed our polygraph. They go, what do you mean? They go, yeah, he failed the polygraph. I think you need to check your polygraph again, right? And we're finding out more and more. A lot of the people that do polygraph are family members of cops. So guess what? If he messed up on a question, who's going to know, right? So here's the question that he messed up on. Okay, which question do you think he messed up on? You know they do trick questions to see your reaction, right? Did you have sex with an animal?
Oh.
So it's not just 16-year-old girls.
It's not just 16-year-old girls.
That's the one he failed?
He's been having sex with his dog since he was 12 years old.
What?
Dead
Are you saying
serious.
that with a couple
Totally serious. He admitted it. We got the audio of it.
Weird.
They even said this was so bad they did video of it. They won't give me, because you know and I know, when you see video and your facial expressions, it's even more powerful than the audio is, okay? Okay. All right.
I have a feeling Facebook's going to take this.
Correct. Yeah. You know, it's funny that he mentioned that. If Facebook is going to take that down. This past week, like I said, they've already took down my big YouTube channel. All those, I didn't even make any money. I didn't care. I just want to expose the corruption. I mean, because we do need cops. I'm going to tell you that right now. We need cops, but not policing for profit, out of control police state. I just got a notice from Facebook. The cops are looking into my Charlotte County Copwatch Facebook page. First time it's ever happened. I just got an email. They just said, yeah, the cops have contacted us. They want to know who runs this. I'm like, oh my God. And they're asking me, can you contact your lawyer and send us some stuff? I'm like, you got to send me stuff. I have no idea who it is. Probably Charlotte County, or what they want, or what they're going to accuse me of. But let's get back to the dog story. Okay, so what we find out. So in the interview, I know you don't want to, but we got to finish it. In the interview, they said, okay, you said it at 12. You know, that was, you know, he was young and dumb. He's like, well, actually, I'm still having sex with my dog. He's married with 2 kids. If that prick is still doing that, married with 2 kids, what else has he done? So guess what? They let him quit. And he still has his badge. And this is even worse. He admitted to, in Florida, many of you might know this, you might not, bestiality is super freaking illegal. It is a big charge. Did they charge him? No. And that's what I'm finding out. There's 6 years of doing all these, exposing all this investigation. By the way, the channel that they took down, guess how many videos are on there? I do videos locally and I do videos nationally.
5,000?
Higher.
8,000?
15,000 videos in 5 years by myself. I'm a computer freak, got a good computer, good internet, so I can crank out videos, right? I can take an article and make it into a video. That's what I kept doing. People literally would email me and say, oh my God, I never knew it was this bad till they went to my channel. They had no clue. So that's why with power comes corruption, and that's why we need Copwatch everywhere. Just like they hold you accountable, we have the right to hold them accountable. And in fact, before we came here today, I mentioned to a couple people, our sheriff is such a freaking nutcase recluse, we can never talk to him. I talked to the Northport cop. I got a cell phone number. I actually talked to him. I half like him, half don't like him. Anyways, Punta Gorda Police, Tom Lewis, we used to talk to him, but then he got fired for insanity there. This guy from Charlotte County, Bill Prummell, we cannot talk to him. So any chance we see that he might be somewhere, we go there. Because we can never see him. What's that?
The Punta Gorda police one, was that the guy whose officers were using semi-wad cutter bullets and thinking that they were holy?
Does everybody know this story?
You have to tell the whole damn thing, sir.
Okay, so real quick, okay, in Punta Gorda Police Department, you know, we live in the retirement area. All these old people, ex-military, ex-cops, FBI. We got a ton of spooks where I live. I'm dead CIA. A lot of CIA. It's good and bad. Bad, more bad than good. Anyways, so they go to these classes to learn to pretend to be a cop. So they're in a shoot, don't shoot scenario. That's correct. They're in a shoot, don't shoot scenario. So the cop's a bad guy, and here's the lady that's acting like the good person. They give her the proper gun for the situations. It's a sim gun. It's a blue gun with a fake cap in it, right? Okay, the cop has his own gun. It's a real gun. It's a .38. He thought he put blanks in it, but he put a wad cutters in it and shot her dead.
What? And the thing is, okay, you didn't tell it bad enough.
I
have to elaborate. Apparently, there had been like 2 or 3 shooting demos already.
Correct.
This nutcase had used wad cutters and had just missed his potential victims.
This is correct.
The old lady was the first victim that this dumb-ass bad shot actually managed to shoot.
Correct.
So it's that bad.
Punta Gorda Police Department.
Really?
Totally serious. This was the same psycho. This was the same psycho that had a dog. He already had problems from other departments of excessive force. So they bring him here, and he's a, you know, nothing against football and steroids, but, okay, whatever. Okay, so this guy, he used to be a football player. He's all steroided out and everything, right? He's all big, 6 foot tall. They give him a freaking canine, man. The one that eats people. Yeah. So there was a guy, this is before he shot the lady, you know this one too.
Riding along his bike.
So this guy is at late night, as you know, one of the laws that one of our rights they violate is now you got to have a light on your bike. Jesus Christ. Our founding fathers didn't fight for a light on the bike. That's just another reason to mess with you, okay? So this guy's out, he's wasted. All he's got on is pants, no shirt. He's riding a bike with no light, and the cop's yelling out the window, "Stop or I'm going to let the dog loose." And he's like, are you serious? I'm riding a bike. It's in the middle of the night. I have nothing. I'm in my pants and I'm wasted. So the guy finally stops. He gets on the ground. He's like this. He's like, "You're not getting down fast enough. I'm releasing the dog." He released the dog, and for 2 minutes let the dog eat this area right here. He is disabled on this side now. They had to air flight him. It was so bad.
But it's worse than that. He's
I'm okay. All right, you do it. Okay, what was the other part?
Apparently, this asshole had communicated on the radio beforehand. Yes. I'm going to let my dog attack someone tonight. You know, that's a victim. He didn't care whether it was a criminal. He didn't care whether this was a bad guy.
Correct.
He cared about getting a victim for his dog that night.
Correct. And I don't know if you guys know this.
He's too nice to cops.
I know.
This guy's
right.
He's soft on it.
I don't know if you guys know this. Even the UN has said this dog crap's got to stop, man. I mean, that's what communist countries do and use. That's what our freaking slave owners used to use. So apparently we are slaves because that's what they're still using. And he said I'm too nice. So I'll mention he already knows about too how in Northport they let their dogs eat people all the time. Excessive force, big time. The latest one
Especially if you're black.
Actually, a lot of them are white lately.
Yeah, you're white too.
There's a lot of whites there. They don't let blacks in. Oops, sorry, I didn't say that. Anyways, but there's one guy. I'm just keeping it real, Marcos. There's one guy. There's one.
I don't want you here.
I know. I know. There's one guy that I just personally met that was so wasted. There's all these cops around him. He's wasted. He tripped. He fell on the ground. I mean, I've been there. I used to get wasted. Anyways, so he's on the ground. They start beating and tasing him, even though he's on the ground wasted, pretty much passed out. But that's not enough. It's exactly like he said. These pricks are so out of control, they got the dog anyways. And 3 times, I think you might have seen that video, they let the dog eat his arm. They almost had to amputate his arm. There is a huge chunk of his arm gone. He is totally disabled in this arm now. I personally met him. That court case is still, they are still trying to charge him.
Don't they keep these photos, though, as like trophies? I mean, these cops are sick.
Literally, literally.
You know, if there's especially grisly, bloody dog pictures with the dog having blood in his mouth, or if an injury on some dude, these guys, to them, that's
They do. They do. Correct.
I want to go back to PG.
What's that?
I want to go back to PG.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh.
You were going to ask a question or no?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
PG.
What's that?
On a personal note, a long time ago, I got arrested because they had somebody handcuffed and legs shackled, and the police kept beating him up.
Wow.
I told them to stop, and they arrested me for obstructing.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
I went to the internal affairs. Well, of course, they dropped internal affairs, and they're like, if you say anything to anybody, we're going to either arrest you or fine you.
Wow.
So, how did that make sense?
And this was here or somewhere else?
Manatee County.
If you guys are Manatee, you might know better than me.
Yeah, I have to take you into custody now.
Yeah. So yes.
I mean, my child and I, we went through the Citizens Law Enforcement Academy.
Yep.
And the police do check the internet. They check Facebook. They have like about 10 different words that flag them.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, I think
so they look through everything.
I am being heavily flagged. Yes, correct. Yes.
You know what, though? I'm actually blocked by the Sarasota County Sheriff's Department.
Which is illegal. That's
I don't know why I'm blocked. I think these snowflakes objected to a snarky comment about weed being illegal or something like that. I mean, if you make
They
it one of
blocked
those,
you on the Facebook?
yeah, they blocked me on Facebook, but they let me keep going on Twitter, and on Twitter I'm far snarkier than I ever was on Facebook. So I nail them every once in a while.
And he is correct. As you know, with the lawsuit with Trump, even Trump tried that. You can't, I'm going to block you if you say something against me, right? That high court has already ruled bullcrap. This is free speech. So that lawsuit against Twitter is actually related to Facebook. And yes, I'm having the same problem that on Facebook, half the stuff they hide it. They say, we didn't take it down, we hide it. Well, if you can't see it, you took it down. The other one real quick is you are correct. On Twitter, that's weird. Since they can't have their long list of rules, it's great. I'm like you, I'm just killing them on Twitter. But what's funny is I actually busted them 2 weeks ago. I didn't check it for a long time. I was tagging them in a lot of photos. As you know, a lot of the free speech now is photos with words in it, right? So I got on my Tor browser from Switzerland. I'm like, you pricks, you blocked anybody that tags you on a picture. I confronted them. Isn't that weird? 3 days later, I get to tag them on a picture again. But you've already violated the law. If we had more money, Marcos, we could sue them, which they need to do. It's free speech. Free speech, totally.
I mean, the thing is, when I tell the sheriff,
that I am not government. You're not government.
Taxes to you, but I can't boycott paying taxes to you. So therefore, even though I make snarky comments, Officer Snowflake can't block me.
Correct.
And I use the term snowflake because I love calling them snowflakes. They hate that shit so much.
Big time. So that gives you an idea what you can do. I highly recommend everybody needs to do it wherever you're at. You will see things change. It still sucks where we're at. He lives the same place I do. But he does, I think he will agree, it has helped immensely. Big time, holding them accountable. I just told somebody a fun fact. There's 600 of them that work for the sheriff, jail, and the court. Since I've been doing Copwatch and he's been in power, Bill Prummell, guess how many have been fired, retired, or quit? 358.
Wow.
And I think it's because of Copwatch. Because they know that I'm going to pull the files. I ain't going to expose the corruption. So you better do something. Here's a good and bad part. Yes, they're getting fired. Yes, they're quitting. Yes, they're retired. Nobody's getting charged, and he knows these are real crimes, man.
Yes.
You know, if I did it, I'll stop with this one. I got to tell you this one real quick. Okay, the sheriff's son was promoted through nepotism to detective, and all the detectives had a party in town at a bar, right? One of the guys who has been fired because he had a huge shipment of illegal steroids sent to his house was at the bar, and he was wasted, okay? This is before he quit, fired, whatever. He was so wasted, he's in the bar, in the public, and he had his balls out for 10 to 20 minutes with 15 to 20 cops plus regular patrons, and nobody arrested him. Now, if I had my balls out at a restaurant and I'm Copwatch, what are they going to do to me? They're going to beat me, shoot me, arrest me, crucify me.
I was going to say, they give you a snip.
Yeah, snip me. That's right. I'm a sex offender for the rest of my life. And guess what? The state attorney. The story didn't come out until 8 months later. That's sad. It's called neglect of duty. That night they're supposed to do something. Okay. All right. They wanted to give him a sex charge with the state attorney. The state attorney dropped it to disturbing the peace. He's fighting that one too. And guess who was there? Like I said, the Charlotte County Sheriff Bill Prummell's son. Didn't do anything. It's disgusting. One person got a written reprimand because they didn't tell somebody, damn it. It's just like, wow, really? Seriously?
Did the reprimand come during the time of it happening, or was it when the story broke months later?
When the story broke. It took that long.
So it took public accountability or public spectacle of them to bring them to any level of accountability.
Correct.
Because they all knew
Correct.
the day it happened.
Correct. It's that bad. So.
Do you have help down there?
Oh, God, I wish. Oh, my God.
Are you doing the background stuff on the computer, or do you have a couple people that go out video?
Actually, we do got a guy down there. His name is Ian. He does the street stuff. He's not connected. He's his own entity. He is the one holding him accountable on the street. And, oh, my God, he's good. I highly recommend. You guys got to see his site. It's called So They Call It Freedom. Get the joke? Because we're not free. Everything's illegal. Okay? So anyways, he does that. His channel is booming. He's got thousands of views. He's almost up to 1 million. He's over 1 million views on his channel because all local, all of his own stuff. He's killing it. In fact, usually when he comes up, they usually leave because he's holding them accountable that much. Okay. And then, like I said, the rest of it is pretty much me pulling records because you can do a lot of it through the email. So that's easy to do. So I'll get the record. I'll do a screen reader, make it into a video. And then I'll post it Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Because the more people that know about it, the more I wake up and go, holy shit, we're not free. Duh. You know what I mean? So, anyways, all right, that's enough. Thank you for your time, man.
Thank you. Thank you, Andy. One person I forgot to thank so far, and that's Mr. Mike Sales right here. If you were here,
Police use who may want to retaliate against him physically.
Hey, Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Copwatch, and I just wanted you to know that I am using this stuff under fair use. And also remember to like and subscribe this channel. Also, too, keep in mind I do not make any money on YouTube. This is 5 hours work a day, you know, fighting for freedom. And you can donate with PayPal and Patreon. I just want you to think about this. If everybody gives to PayPal and Patreon is every month. Actually, PayPal you can do every month. I have 12,000 subscribers. If everybody gives, I can quit my regular job and go full-time investigations on Charlotte County and possibly even more and beyond. So just keep that in mind. If everybody helps out, I can go full-time doing this. Thanks.